The flames are dancing, the smoke is rising into the dark sky. The stars are watching from above. It is time for another story. Today, I will tell you of the day thunder walked in the form of a man, and how the gods answered through unexpected hands. In those days, there lived a giant called Aguma the Thunderborn. They said when he walked, the earth complained. When he shouted, birds fell silent. When he fought, men disappeared. One season, when the moon was full and the yam barns were heavy with harvest, Aguma crossed into the red valley of Umuaro. He stood tall, wrapped in bronze armor and war charms, and the wind moved around him as if afraid. Then the giant raised his spear and shouted, "Send me your strongest warrior. If I win, your land is mine. If I fall, my people will bow." His voice rolled across the valley like thunder. The warriors of Umuaro gripped their weapons, but none stepped forward. Fear moved quietly among them. In the king's courtyard, elders gathered in heavy silence. They spoke of Aguma's victories, they spoke of fallen kingdoms, and no man offered himself. The drums that once beat proudly were now quiet. The land waited. That night, the priests went to the sacred shrine beneath the ancient Iroko tree. They poured palm wine onto the earth and called upon Amadioha, Lord of Thunder, Allah, Mother of the Earth, Anyanku, Keeper of Destiny. Lightning flashed across a clear sky, and the oracle spoke. The storm will not be broken by another storm. It will be broken by precision. At dawn, a young man named Eze walked into the council square. He was not the tallest, he was not the strongest, but his eyes were steady. "I will face him," he said. Some laughed, but thunder rumbled softly in the distance. The elders grew silent. Eze was prepared in the sacred way. White chalk symbols were drawn across his chest for protection. A red cloth was tied around his waist. Into his hand, the blacksmith placed a crescent-shaped iron blade, balanced and sharp. No heavy armor, no towering shield, only courage, only faith. Eze entered the Red Valley. The battle began. Aguma charged like a raging elephant. The ground shook beneath his feet, but Eze moved like wind through tall grass. The giant struck once and missed, struck again, and dust rose. Then, in one swift moment, as the giant lifted his shield high, Eze released the crescent blade. It flew through the air with deadly precision. It struck the place pride had left unguarded. The valley fell silent. Aguma staggered, and then he fell like a dying tree upon the red earth. At that very moment, thunder cracked across the sky. The gods had answered. The warriors of Okpoto fled in fear. The people of Umwaro erupted in celebration. Drums roared back to life. Voices lifted into the sky. But Eze did not boast. He knelt and touched the earth in humility. And so, the elders say to this day, it is not the tallest tree that survives the storm. It is the one that bends wisely. When you see someone small standing before something great, do not laugh too quickly, for the gods often hide strength in unexpected hands, and that is the tale of how a quiet flame humbled thunder.